Why MrBeast's philanthropy sets him apart. Picture this: a YouTuber whose generosity knows no bounds, who gives back to the community in epic proportions and turns viral moments into life-changing events. That's right, folks. We're diving into why MrBeast's philanthropy truly sets him apart from everyone else on this platform. We're talking about buying entire stores worth of groceries for those in need, giving away houses and cars like they're candy on Halloween, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what it means to give back. By the time we're done, you'll understand why MrBeast is more than just a content creator. He's a philanthropic force of nature. So let's set the stage here. MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, started on YouTube in 2012, uploading gaming videos and random online challenges. But it wasn't until he decided to turn his focus toward philanthropy that his channel exploded. And it's not just the scale of his generosity that's impressive, it's the creativity, the planning, and the heart behind every act of giving. Whether it's planting 20 million trees through his Team Trees initiative or tipping pizza delivery drivers thousands of dollars, MrBeast redefines what it means to be a YouTuber in the best way possible. Grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's unravel the genius behind MrBeast's philanthropy, starting with the deep well of empathy that fuels his actions. What's his secret sauce for turning viral moments into genuine, heartwarming stories? How does he manage to keep upping the ante on generosity without losing his genuine touch? Get ready to have your mind blown as we explore the incredible philanthropic empire of MrBeast. First off, let's dive into the mastermind of it all, MrBeast himself. Now, Jimmy might seem like your average 20-something guy, but his perspective on wealth and success is far from ordinary. Instead of hoarding his YouTube earnings for personal luxuries, Jimmy has one philosophy: give it all away. This isn't some PR stunt, it's his heartfelt mission. Spending millions on philanthropy and making even more in return through the massive views these heartfelt videos attract, he's turned kindness into a business model. But it's the sincerity that makes this all work. You see, people aren't just tuning in for the flashy cash giveaways or the insane stunts. They're here for the genuine emotions, the tears of joy, and the lives being turned around. Jimmy's Team Trees initiative is a prime example of his powerful, collective philanthropy mindset. Teaming up with fellow YouTuber Mark Robber, Jimmy launched a fundraising campaign to plant 20 million trees by partnering with the Arbor Day Foundation. And guess what? They smashed that goal thanks to the overwhelming support of the YouTube community. Through his influence and network, Jimmy turned a seemingly impossible feat into reality. This wasn't just about the environment, it was a massive statement of how the online community, when united under a common cause, can move mountains, or in this case, plant forests. But it's not just environmental efforts that set MrBeast apart. His hyper-local acts of philanthropy are equally transformative. Take, for instance, his grocery store takeovers. Picture this: Jimmy walking into a random grocery store and announcing that everyone's groceries would be on him, no matter the total. The shock, the disbelief, the tears of relief, these reactions paint a vivid picture of real change. It's one thing to make a generous donation behind closed doors, but it's another to bring generosity to the streets, transforming everyday situations into extraordinary ones. And we have to talk about MrBeast's unique way of integrating philanthropy into his content. Anyone could just hand out money, but Jimmy's genius lies in creating engaging content that doubles as heartfelt philanthropy. By organizing challenges where contestants stand to win life-changing prizes, Jimmy not only entertains millions, but also changes lives on an individual level. For example, his last person to remove hand from car challenges, his hide-and-seek games with insane prizes, or his recreations of such iconic game show sets where the contestants walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars or even a house. It's a win-win-win scenario. Contestants get life-changing prizes, Jimmy gets engaging content, and viewers get a heartwarming story with every click. Now, while his major projects grab headlines, it's his smaller, more personal acts of kindness that reveal the depth of his commitment. We've seen Jimmy pay off student loans, surprise fans with dream vacations, and even donate massive amounts to food banks. These acts might not always make the front page, but they make a world of difference to the individuals helped. This grassroots level of giving shows that MrBeast isn't just in this for the viral fame, he genuinely cares about the people he's helping. But philanthropy on this scale doesn't happen without a rock-solid team backing him up. Jimmy's friends and fellow content creators form the backbone of his initiatives. You've got Chris Tyson, Chandler Hallow, Carl Jacobs, and more, each bringing their unique flair to the table. They aren't just sidekicks, they're integral to executing these grand philanthropic dreams. Together, they have built a content empire where every video has the potential to create positive, real-world change. They're like a modern-day Robin Hood squad, except instead of robbing the rich, they leverage their influence to give back to the community. Alright, let's dive into the nuts and bolts here. How does MrBeast pull off these massive acts of generosity? Let's break it down. First, there's the incredible planning and logistics that go into every project. From buying out entire car dealerships to setting up massive scavenger hunts, Jimmy's team meticulously plans each detail to ensure smooth execution. Then there's the financial side. MrBeast reinvests the revenue generated from his viral videos right back into more philanthropy. It's a perpetual cycle of give and earn, fueled by millions of loyal subscribers who can't get enough of his heartwarming content. And it's not just about big-budget productions. MrBeast's philanthropy extends to his branded ventures as well. Take Feastables, for example. What seemed like a typical brand launch quickly turned into another avenue for giving. Through Feastables, Jimmy has continued to support various charitable causes, ensuring that a portion of the proceeds goes directly toward making a difference. It's a classic case of leveraging business for good, blurring the lines between profit and philanthropy. What truly sets MrBeast apart is his willingness to spotlight issues that might otherwise go unnoticed. In 2023, Jimmy launched Team Seas, another ambitious project alongside Mark Rober, to remove 30 million pounds of trash from the ocean. By collaborating with environmental organizations like the Ocean Cleanup and other YouTubers, Jimmy not only raised funds, but also awareness on a global scale. It's proof that his reach doesn't just stop at viral stunts, but ventures into genuine advocacy and broader systemic change. Here's where it gets even more interesting. MrBeast's philanthropy has paved the way for other content creators to follow suit. In a digital age where influence is currency, Jimmy's generosity becomes highly contagious. We've seen other YouTubers like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and even mainstream celebrities like Elon Musk and Susan Wojcicki contributing to his campaigns. It's a ripple effect, inspiring a new wave of content creators who see the value in giving back, not just for the views, but for genuine impact. But wait, there's more. Jimmy's charitable work extends beyond just monetary donations and viral videos. One of his most notable contributions is his dedication to building long-term sustainable projects. Remember the challenge where he gave away 100 cars to random people? Well, beyond the immediate joy and relief that act provided, there's a deeper significance in the lives that have been transformed. Access to reliable transportation opens doors to employment opportunities, education, and better living conditions. It's philanthropy with a vision for the future. Let's talk about the psychological impact of Jimmy's philanthropy. There's an uplifting effect that ripples through his audience every time a video drops. Viewers aren't just passively consuming content, they're part of a larger movement. Seeing someone's life drastically improve offers hope and inspires acts of kindness in others. It's this emotional connection that builds a devoted community around MrBeast, united by a shared belief in the power of generosity. And what about the recipients of his kindness? The emotional stories of people whose lives have been forever changed play a significant role in his content. Take the family who received an entire house outfitted with all the latest gadgets and furnishings. Or the individuals struggling with medical bills who Jimmy steps in to help, alleviating a burden that seemed insurmountable. These aren't just feel-good moments, they are life-altering events that showcase the tangible effects of generosity. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the executions that make these philanthropic endeavors possible. One of the most empowering elements of Jimmy's approach is his transparency. From the planning stages to the final execution, MrBeast often shares behind-the-scenes footage that provides an inside look into the massive operations his team conducts. This transparency builds trust with his audience and demonstrates the genuine nature of his philanthropic efforts. You see every handshake, every tear, and every joy-filled reaction, making the experience feel personal and authentic. Another crucial factor is the accessibility of MrBeast's philanthropy. By live streaming events, providing real-time updates, and interacting with his fans through social media, Jimmy ensures that his audience is part of the journey. This level of engagement not only fosters a sense of community, but also amplifies the reach and impact of his initiatives. It's essentially philanthropy in the digital age, where everyone with an internet connection can contribute, support, and be inspired. When you think about MrBeast's influence, it's impossible to ignore the scalability of his endeavors. He's proven that giving can be both large-scale and impactful without being impersonal. Through his various channels and platforms, Jimmy reaches millions of people, spreading a positive message that resonates far and wide. It's not just a drop in the ocean, It's a tidal wave of kindness that has the potential to reshape the landscape of digital content and influence. But here's the kicker. MrBeast's philanthropy isn't just about what he gives, it's about how he inspires others to give too. By showcasing acts of kindness on such a massive scale, Jimmy encourages his viewers to find their own ways to contribute to their communities.